So we've heard this before about the role of neoliberal policymaking relative to reality TV, and McMurria links that to issues of corporate benevolence, industry, corporations giving back through either sponsorship or philanthropic giving. Neoliberal policies, as we've heard, focus on the individual and take the system out of the equation, and that system would involve social services, safety nets that are designed to keep people fed, and in this case, keep people housed. For McMurria, Extreme Makeover Home Edition exposes the living conditions that are part of the that are the result of the free market, and that have ultimately diminished social services normally provided by government. So there's an opportunity for corporations to insert themselves into that kind of support system. Ultimately, the structural contexts that lead to unhealthy and unsatisfying and difficult living conditions have their roots in structural causes. However, a show like Extreme Makeover Home Edition doesn't focus on the structural context, which might include low-wage jobs, unaffordable health care, discrimination. Those are not part of the storytelling that has brought on these home renovations. In general, unequal access to life opportunities is not part of the narrative of these shows. It's focused on the individual and how the individual can better themselves, but the access provided systematically to life opportunities being unequal is not a part of the narrative. So these shows fit within a category that McMurria calls Good Samaritan reality TV. The integration of corporate giving and product marketing has been around since the 1980s. One could even say earlier than that. Goodwill reality TV is a post 9/11 phenomenon, according to McMurria. These shows really took off in the post 9/11 period. These shows are connected to the housing boom. These shows are connected to shifting domestic gender roles, and ultimately the neoliberal ideal of owning something. I mean, almost all of these shows are predicated on the notion that these people own these homes, and they are improving the places that they own as opposed to something, say, that they rent. A lot of what goes on Extreme Makeover Home Edition is connected to race, according to McMurria, and that there's an interesting connection to the Katrina hurricane disaster. So this show has used those frameworks for addressing social inequalities, but not necessarily in the systematic government failures to support individuals. So corporate support of television is nothing new, and we're not even talking about general advertisements that occurred during commercials or even necessarily product placements within the shows. Advertisers have often funded what they call quality programs that would reflect well on their products. So the programs that they support are considered to be more educational, better for society, as opposed to supporting a sitcom or a drama or some other kind of show. Corporations have long underwritten public television. So if you are a fan of PBS, you will often see that these shows are supported by, and sometimes they will say they're supported by philanthropic foundations, but sometimes they'll also say that they're supported by companies. So this is the Iowa PBS website. They have a whole section on their corporate support, who's underwriting their programs. And just to pull out some of the examples that I saw on that list, Alliant Energy, Hy-Vee, Wells Fargo, the store Stuff, etc. So that these corporations have invested in public television and that they want their brands connected to the good things done on public television. So Good Samaritan reality TV is kind of a combination of corporate branding and product marketing. So that these two ideas put together are deployed on the shows that McMurria calls Good Samaritan reality TV. So one company in particular, Walmart, supported a show called The Scholar, which is what the clip that will follow is. So I would watch this clip and think about, you don't actually hear the Walmart piece as overtly. However, Walmart wanted to support this show so that they could feature their products that are related to education.